The story of Port Chicago 50 began in December 1941. Black sailors were never trained or given instruction on how to handle the ammunition safely. Division officers would bet money for whose crew would load more ammunition. Black sailors would be scolded for not working fast enough, which only made safety conditions worse. During the night on July 17, 1944, there were two massive explosions on the pier so big that the sailors thought they were being attacked by Japan again. All the way up in the barracks, sailors were thrown out of their beds. Every single person aboard the two ships and everyone on the pier had been instantly killed. A total of 320 men were dead, 202 of them black sailors who'd been loading ammunition. Another 390 men, mostly sailors, in the barracks were injured. There were no living witnesses. Anyone close enough to have seen how the blast began was dead. Navy officers denied having any competition between divisions. Black sailors were blamed for lacking intelligence and that they were rough and careless with handling the explosive being loaded. White officers were the only people referred to as witnesses. Surviving black sailors who had done loading didn't have a chance to tell their stories or offer their own opinions. The court never asked them to testify. Around 2 weeks later, the black soldiers were ordered to return to loading more ammunition. A terrified 258 sailors refused, desiring a change of conditions or proper training. They were all placed on a floating prison. After additional threats of deciding not to return, 208 returned. The remaining 50 were determined to stand up for justice. They wanted proper training and better working conditions before returning to loading duty. Since they refused a direct order, they were all charged with mutiny, disobeying orders. After many months of trial, no evidence was found to prove them guilty. Yet all 50 men were still declared guilty and sentenced to 15 years in prison, with dishonorable discharge from the Navy. Thurgood Marshall brought a lot of nationwide attention to the case and challenged the Navy's policy on segregation and treatment of black sailors. After World War II, the Navy became the first branch of the U.S. military to officially eliminate all racial barriers. Some of the 50 were granted a presidential pardon, but all 50 still died as convicted mutineers. Before Brown versus Board of Education, or President Trump's executive order, before President Truman's executive order, before Rosa Parks or Jackie Robinson, there was Port Chicago.
Today we honor Raymond Mason Jr., a Navy man that was in the Navy at the time of Vietnam War. We asked him some questions as to where he served and what he did while he served. And Raymond Mason was an E-1 medic in the United States Navy, beginning in the 1960s during the Vietnam War. We asked Raymond Mason some questions concerning his Navy time as he served, and these are some of the answers that he gave. Some was funny, some was serious, but yet in all the questions that we asked him were very important to how we have our freedom today and some of the things that he experienced while he was serving in the Navy. The first question the kids asked was, what was your favorite thing about being in the Navy? He said, not getting shot. What was your least favorite thing about being in the Navy? He said, Raymond Mason said, getting sick on the ship. And he said also he didn't like the fact that he was out at sea at 6 months at a time. That is a lot of time out at sea, guys. That's half a year, okay? So I don't think I would like that either. The next question was, what did he do during his free time? And I think the Navy people had a lot of free time when it was down out at sea and stuff like that, going to different countries around the world. Raymond Mason said, went out on the town. So he had a lot of time, went out on the different towns, and not just different towns like here at home. He went out in different towns in different countries. So when he went out in different towns in different countries, he's seen different things. We also asked him, what countries did you go to? Countries were Denmark, Italy, Germany, and the Bermuda Triangle. Now, one story that the Raymond Mason said that the Bermuda Triangle had, he said when you sailed through the Bermuda Triangle, he said it was quiet. And you just came out other side. But he said the fog in the Bermuda Triangle was heavy. And then when you came out, it was clear. Something that many of us will not experience because we haven't took that trip. But if you have taken that trip and went through the Bermuda Triangle, you know exactly what Raymond Mason is talking about. The next question was, did you suffer any injuries? And by the grace of God, Raymond Mason said, no, he did not. He didn't suffer any injuries. The next question was, did you operate any weapons or vehicles? And Raymond Mason said, yes, the pom-pom guns. The guns that go pop, 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 pop. He said he loaded those guns. The last question that the kids asked was, what was your best friend's name? And Raymond Mason's best friend's name was Cole. Raymond Mason said that Cole kept him out of a lot of trouble. When he first got to the Navy, it was his first time out and away from home. And he said the guy named Cole, his best friend, kept him out of a lot of trouble, out of a lot of heartache, and a lot of things that he could have messed up on. So we do thank you, Raymond Mason, for your time you served in the Navy, and thank you for bringing a little bit of peace of freedom back to the United States of America. Thank you. 3. Lift, 2, 3.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Now, God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path, we pray. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought